Cam is not very bright.
Dear God, it felt like getting under a tidal wave with all the people just leaving the call.
Yeah.
It's a digital exercise. We need to stand up and move so we don't.
Yes. Should we give people a minute or so more to join before we start properly?
Yes, I can send out an announcement as well.
Yes.
This was just a fire escape drill from one channel to another.
Very important.
Yes, if you spot any fires in the Discord, please make sure you know the evacuation routes.
Please evac the main stage immediately.
No, getting to the main stage immediately.
Should we do the thing we do on physical jams? We're like, oh, and we have to tell you that the fire exits are the phone button in Discord. You're not allowed to sleep in the Discord.
You're
In the Discord.
messages in the field.
It would be kind of awkward to jump in a channel and have someone snoring.
True.
Was that just me hearing things, or did someone stream a fire truck going by?
I did not
Oh,
hear
crap.
it.
Thematic.
Oh crap.
That was an interesting sound.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that clip of mommy speaking. Just like,
All right, I suppose we should start.
Yes.
Hi everyone, welcome to Spring Game Jam 2021. It's an online version of a jam that is typically held physically in Linköping in Sweden. And I think we have quite a lot of non-Swedish people here, which is fun. So welcome everyone. For those of you who don't know, this is organized by a student association called Lite Code. We do a bunch of stuff with programming. So if you're at Linköping and think that's interesting, you should really consider joining it. And we also get some help from eSweden Game, which is also a Linköping organization. Or I guess not only Linköping, but still. So, for those of you who aren't super familiar with game jams, I figured I'd start saying a bit about what a jam is. So basically, we take this weekend 48 hours and we make games. In doing so, you'll get to learn a bunch of new things. You'll meet a lot of new people. You'll get to challenge yourself, and of course, you'll have a lot of fun doing it. So you've all made a great choice coming here. Since this is a Discord jam, we'll do almost all of it through Discord. To make things as streamlined as possible, we have a few channels that are useful to know about. We have these two info and Spring 2021 info, which are basically useful info about the jam. If you haven't already, make sure to read through them. In announcements, we will post things that are useful to know about as the jam progresses. And if you need help, you can ask in the help channel and we'll hopefully be able to reply. For other communications, we have a showcase channel where you can post stuff you're working on, maybe a screenshot, maybe a video, or anything else really, some nice art you made. And for just general talking in text form, go to general and talk to people. For the voice channels, you've seen both of them, most of you. We have the main stage where we are now, which is basically presentations. And then if you just want to hang out with other jammers, there's a Hangout Lounge. And then finally, if you need to get in touch with any of us organizers, just ping this organizer role and we'll reply to you, hopefully. To make things even smoother, we have a bot called Baby Boy. One of the main things it does is create voice channels for your team. So if you if you get an idea and you want to work on a game, you can create a voice channel and a text channel using the create channels and then a team name. And then you'll get your very own channel to use during the jam. So you can stay in this Discord and you can see what everyone else is working on by checking out their channels. This bot also allows you to give yourself a role to indicate what you want to work on during this jam. So if you want to do some programming and some art, you can give yourself the programmer and artist roles. These can be found in, or to do so, go to the role assignment channel and click the reactions and you'll get assigned the role. And all of the commands that you interact with the bot with, do it in #bot commands. And if you need help with the bot, just do !help. And I'm also getting told now that the general info channel is now called welcome. So this should be welcome, not general info. And I also forgot to mention that if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not in the Discord, you should join it because this is where we'll do most of the jamming. There's a link in the description for joining the Discord. All right. Then finally, another important feature of the bot is that it generates themes for us. So to be part in this theme generation process, you should send the bot a single word in a PM. The submitted word should be a single English word. It shouldn't be a game genre, like FPS or something. It should be more like a theme. And do keep it safe for work. Other than that, send a message to it. And we'll choose these words randomly and combine them to make the theme. So if you haven't already, make sure to send that message. I think that's it for the Discord stuff. So the schedule for the jam looks like this. Right now we have this intro stream. We'll do the theme reveal, or I guess theme generation. And then we'll do 15-20 minutes of brainstorming to come up with fun ideas to work on based on the theme. And after that, we'll form groups together and then start making games. Then on Saturday, in 24 hours, we'll have sort of a halftime review where you can show off what you've been working on. And then at 10 p.m., if you get tired of working on games, you can hop in the Hangout channel and play some party games with everyone. And then finally, at 6 p.m. on Sunday, we'll do the final presentation. And this is also the deadline for uploading your game to itch. So a bit more details about the halftime review and the final presentation. The halftime review is sort of informal, just showing off what you're working on. Maybe you have a short demo of your games. Maybe you have some fun bugs to show off. Maybe you have some nice art someone made. Anything goes, basically. And we prefer if you do this using Discord screen share. So basically we just go through everyone and everyone can share what they have. For the final presentation and the upload, we encourage you to upload your games to itch.io. The link to that is in the Spring 2021 info. In doing so, we get to see a list of all the games that have been made. Everyone has an easier time downloading the games. And it's a nice way to end off the jam by uploading it and saying, this is something I made, and then you can send that link to all your friends. We'll also send out a Google slide presentation where you should add a single slide with your game, showing some screenshots or a video and a short description. And then during the final presentation, we'll go through this slide and you can talk about your game when we get to yours. And then after that, we'll do some playtesting. So make sure you have, as much as possible, your game downloadable so other people can play it. That way the playtesting is a lot more fun because there's a bunch of different games to play. All right, so we're gonna do the theme generation now. If you haven't already submitted a theme, make sure to do so. In the meantime, I guess I can ask if anyone has any questions while people are sort of sending the themes. No questions, then I will start generating a theme. Let me go to this slide here. Nope, that's the wrong slide. Okay. I should do this. Delete that, delete that. Did that? Okay, this could have been more streamlined. All right, so the first theme will be friendly frisbee. I'm gonna copy paste that so I don't make any spelling mistakes. And I can make the font a bit larger. And the second theme will be wine language. Okay, why didn't it? Okay. And I think we'll do one more theme just so you have things to think about. So we'll do. And the third theme is a deadline capitalism.
Amazing.
Okay, and yeah. Those are the themes. Hopefully they give you some inspiration for what games you could make. And with that inspiration, it's now time to do some brainstorming. So basically the idea here is that we go from these sort of abstract themes. What does wine language mean, for example? And we generate concrete game ideas from them. So we'll divide everyone into, oops, that's not what I meant to do. We'll divide everyone into small groups, maybe 5-6 people per channel. We'll drag you all into there. Don't be afraid if you get dragged around into a different channel. Don't move around, stay in the channel we assign you to, because that way everything goes a lot smoother. It's important to note these are not the channel, the groups you will be working with during the jams. These are just for brainstorming. Once in the channel, the idea is that you should discuss the theme, discuss what games you can make out of them, and basically just throw ideas out there and see what sticks. There's key point in brainstorming is that no ideas are bad, just throw them out there and see what happens. Build on others' ideas and try to come up with a fun game idea. We'll do this for roughly 15 minutes in the groups. When there's a few minutes left, I'll send out a message, and then you should decide on the best theme or the best idea that you came up with during the brainstorming, and then we'll all gather back here in the main stage channel, and every group can present their best idea. Make sure to give the idea a catchy name so we remember what the idea was. And once we've done that, we can start forming groups. But I think, unless there are any questions on this, we can start distributing people into the separate voice channels. Like I said, don't be afraid if you get moved around.
The intro going to be available later as you stream it to YouTube?
Yes, I believe so.
All
I
right.
think Annie might have a link to that.
I have perhaps not a question so much as an elaboration, but it's totally fine if you want to work with the group you end up brainstorming with later. It's not necessarily the group you'll be working with.
Yes, good point. There's no mandatory groups, but a lot of the times, like you really like an idea during the brainstorming, and then you end up working with people like that. All right. I guess we can start moving people into the channels. And like I said, I'll send out a message when the time is about to expire. All right. And I should
audio on the YouTube stream again.
Yes, I just did. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I should have
We don't want to get the golf channel suing us again.
Oh
Golf
shit!
channel sued you? I want to know that story.
Yeah, last time we streamed to YouTube, during the brainstorming, I just had a completely quiet stream with like just a presentation, and that got DMC'd takedown by a golf channel.
There's no way, bro. That has to be comedy. There's no way.
So what we can conclude from this is that golf is not a very interesting game.
Yeah.
But then they own silence. The golf now owns silence. That's crazy. How do you own silence?
I hope it was just a bug.
No, that must have been a joke, bro. That sounds hilarious.
All right, and I did this on the wrong slide, but that's fine. So, is everyone back from the brainstorming groups? Looks like it, yes.
Yep, everyone
why
is
doesn't my...
gone.
Yep, perfect. So, let's go through the groups. Does group 1 want to start presenting their idea?
Okay, so our idea for group 1, we chose the theme Deadline Capitalism, and the game that we came up with is called Deadline, and you are a company manager in a capitalism world, and you pitch out different you pitch for different projects. So you pick up projects and you have a certain amount of employees, and the game is about managing your employees' happiness and productivity to achieve the to finish the projects. So you can hire employees, you can fire employees, you can kill employees, and essentially what that will do is boost or lower their productivity to get things done faster. And the goal of the game is to finish as many projects as you can and earn as much capital as you can, and maybe that means killing as many employees as possible.
Nice.
Sounds brutal.
Yeah.
That was her.
Nice. So did you have a name for the...
It was just called Deadline.
Yeah. Deadline. Let's hope I can spell. All right. Nice. Group 2?
Yes, that would be my group. Okay, so we kind of didn't decide on one pitch, but just quickly, do you like the Frisbee one or the wine language one? Anyone from my group, shout out.
I think it's probably fine if you just show both of them.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm partial to the Frisbee one because I was definitely more leaning that way. But
okay, I'll do it very quick. Okay, co-op Frisbee, simple puzzle game. Think Portal-ish. 2 players, you can throw frisbees. Maybe you can use the frisbee to send an item to the other player. He stands on a button opening a hole in the wall. You can throw an item at him. You can use it to trigger certain buttons. Not sure if there is only 1 frisbee or 2. Second, it's the wine language. Here is the inspiration for it. You're a beer bottle walking around inside a wine world. You can only speak the beer language, but you don't speak the wine language. You need to learn how to speak it. Maybe a wine bottle say, "Oh, here is a box. Look at it," and then he pokes at it and say, "Habla, habla, habla," and then, yeah, that is a box in the wine language.
Nice. Do you have a name for that second one? I named the first one Portal with frisbees.
Beer in a wine world.
I love it.
Nice. All right. Group 3.
Okay, so that was my group. We also have 2 ideas. So the first one, I guess we could call drunk speak. So it's obviously based on wine language. So the idea, you're trying to speak while you are drunk, and you have something that you're trying to say, and you get some random words and try to put together a sentence and make sure someone else can understand you. And the second one, what? Oh, the second one, I guess we could call like shopping with a deadline, and it's based on deadline capitalism. You have some stuff you want to buy, but you have a limited time.
I think it's the shopping.
Oh, so shopping with an S, yeah.
Or else go back to the brutal.
Now I want to make a wood chopping game. All right. Yep. Group 4.
Yeah. So our group came up with the idea of making frisbee golf with your friends. So it's a multiplayer game where you're playing frisbee golf with your friends. And you frisbee golf through stages, and there might be like dogs trying to eat you, and wind and other obstacles.
Right, nice. Yeah. Frisbee golf also. That's a good name. All right. And group 5. Was I in group 5? Yes.
Yeah, you were in group 5 with us.
Yes.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I can do it. Or you can present actually if you want to. So I don't.
Sure. You came up with the name "The Frisbee is Lava," and the idea was basically a top-down, and you're a guy running around, and there are frisbees being thrown all around, and you have to pick them up before they touch the ground. Pretty much.
Yep. And I'll also do the second one we had because we like both of them. So basically the idea is you run a lemonade stand or something similar. We either had some sort of cookie clicker-like game or more of a strategy game where you manage the prices and stuff. But the idea is you want to maximize your profits within a specified deadline, and after that, that's it. And I don't have a good name for that. I just realized. I'll just call it Lemonade Deadline for now. All right, group 6.
I think that was us. So I could call it playing time, maybe. You start with a limited amount of frisbees and thus a time. What you have beside the frisbees is a dog that will follow where you throw. So I would suggest that you aim it where the money is, so the dog will follow and gather money for you. Because with that money, you can get more frisbees, which means more playing time. Which is like another way to manage time and money.
Oh yeah. Nice. And yeah, the name was playing time, right? All right. And I don't think we got rid of group 7, yeah? So group 8?
That was us, unless I'm mistaken.
Yes.
Did we didn't decide on anything.
Yes, you're mistaken, or yes, you are group 8.
No, you are group 8.
Yes, we are group 8.
Should we do the translator one?
Yeah, I like that one.
I think it was the most fleshed out one. So you're working as a translator, and the problem is you're only able to translate to this other language when you're slightly buzzed. So when you're completely sober, you don't actually speak the language. And you have to complete these translation commissions before the deadline passes. But you also have to take care not to drink yourself to death. So yeah.
Nice.
That's,
did you have a name, or should I call it Drunk Translator?
On the Grapevine.
Ooh, that's so good.
That's not how you spell grape. On the grapevine, like that?
I think it's a V.
Might be, yeah. Well, it's more of a pun if it's W. Totally not me not knowing how to spell.
You are correct.
There we go. Group 9.
Okay, we had an idea called Climbing the Ladder, where you're doing some kind of like overcooked clone, where you're trying to climb the corporate ladder by completing different tasks towards the deadline. And your goal is to finish the level in taking the next step of the ladder, which can then be integrated with different themes like bees, climbing the bee corporate ladder, or trying to get a certain corporate ladder of wine.
Or maybe having to balance workout with like resting and stuff, like maybe playing frisbee in the garden or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And I think that's all of the groups. I hope I didn't miss any. It's hard to count to 10. Right, so that's almost the end of the presentation. Why can't I change slides? So hopefully you like at least one of these ideas, or you like some other idea that wasn't mentioned. As I mentioned in our group, there's no requirement to work on any of these. These are just things to get you started and get you paired up with people who are like-minded. So if you like a presented idea, you can discuss it in the general channel or create a dedicated channel for that idea if you really want to work on it. Or you can stay in this voice channel and talk. We've also set up the brainstorming groups, the brainstorming channels. So if you want to work on one of these ideas specifically, you can hop in there and talk about them with other people there. If you want team members, remember that we have the roles for different skills. So if you realize, oh, we are 2 artists and no programmer, you can do at programmer and say we need someone. Things like that. Or you can just ask, if you're on the other side, you want the group and you know how to do stuff, you can ask in general or hop into one of the channels. Basically try to talk to people, find the best group for you. If you want any help with this, you can ping us organizers and we'll do our best to help you out. With that said, it's time to start jamming. I'll bring this slide back up, and I guess we should create voice channels for these A and B versions as well. But that's it, and enjoy the jam, and see you on the halftime review in 24 hours.